Where the fandoms unite, with the Boba Fett swagger and the Jedi's in sight. It's a comic book cocktail, shaken and stirred. We're the coolest cats in the whole nerd herd. Grab your badge and strike.
I got to remember that my mic is live for that, so I shouldn't sing along.
I know that's and I just did as I'm trying to share it. It's starting to show it now. Sorry about that. How's it going?
No worries. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Concast. It is the lovely 12th of November. Remember
hello
the
to
12th of November, which is nothing.
The 12th. It's got to be something. That seems like 12th of November, isn't that the beginning of the 12 days of Christmas?
12 days of Christmas would be in December.
Or December, damn it. See, this is where I'm screwed because I'm meted up tonight, guys. I almost canceled out because we had a guest tonight for our show this weekend, the Say What Improv show, and Dan Gray was going to come on talk about the 25 years of improv they were doing and stuff. And I was so sick from last weekend's show, I almost canceled. And I go, I can't because we got a guest. And then our guest canceled last minute. Well, not last minute, but a couple hours ago. So I'm like, oh, I'll man up anyway. We'll talk about the show. And so you guys are getting meted up, Little Beard, today. We'll see how it goes.
Which is always fun.
Yeah, that should be fun, right? It'll be good.
Okay, I looked up historical events on 11/12. There's really nothing. 1898 white supremacist coup in North Carolina, 1940 Fantasia world premiere.
That's a good one, though.
1964 first drive-up banking facility opened in Chicago. That's how little there is on this day. That's what they have.
You're not looking at that right, because that Fantasia thing was when Disney first openly admitted he worshipped Satan.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I must have missed that one.
Yeah.
Sorry, trying to
not a lot went on this day in history that would be, something like yesterday, which was Veterans Day, or the day before, which was the Marine Corps' 250th birthday.
Do you know how many drunk Marines there were that day? Oh my God. That would not be the day to pick a fight with a Marine.
No. Considering the fact that the Marine Corps started in a bar, it's fitting that's where they hold it.
Didn't every good idea start in a bar? I'm just assuming.
Well, no good idea ever started with, here, hold my salad. I'll tell you that.
I can't share this for some reason. Every time I go to the Concast page, it's not on there, even though it says we're live. So nobody's getting shared tonight, I guess. Now, see, this doesn't sound right, because I know when I was in college, in my apartment, we had a poster that was an excuse to drink for every night of the year. And so every time we wanted to have a party, we would go in, we were able to look at that. And it was always like National, Secretary's Day or some bullshit. There was always some kind of holiday.
I looked up historical events. Let's look up
excuses to drink.
Excuses to drink. Celebrations.
Let's look holidays on November 12th. Okay, let's see.
That's why we have all these International Talk Like a Pirate Days and Batman Day and all these actual holidays. I mean, we got Star Wars Day, for crying out loud.
Hold my salad.
Yeah.
Today is National Happy Hour Day.
There you go. That right there, we're celebrating.
Yep.
Although I feel like drinking not at all, but yeah, that's.
Well, you feel like drinking as long as it has something on it like Robitussin.
Yeah.
Oh, go robo tripping.
Actually, I've made me feel already, but.
Hey, Kelly says, "What's up?" Hey, Kelly.
Hey, Kelly.
So I know we got a few things to talk about tonight. I definitely want to talk about our show we did last weekend, and the show we're going to be our final show of the year. We're going to be doing next weekend. Well, hello.
Let me answer this really quick.
Go ahead.
You keep talking.
All right, I will. No problem. So we'll hit geekgasms and stuff. But for anybody tuning in right now, I will explain the nasally and the sicky. And one reason I'm sitting a little further from Cookie, but I think I'm all good and meted and not contagious.
I feel like that cat with the sign that says "Kick Cat for Service."
At the end of your leash.
Yeah.
we went and did the Oklahoma Renaissance Festival this weekend and had a great time. Actually, we like working for Richard. We do it in Wichita. It works great. This fair, it still feels like one of those festivals where you're training everybody a little bit. Last few years, you go, we don't have a lot of fun, but it's all right. We had a lot of fun this year,
Really
as
did.
miserable as it was.
And it was the people that were there, more than the fair itself. I mean, Oklahoma City was super receptive to us, and they enjoyed us, and we enjoyed them. That's for sure. They were great audiences.
The last few years, it feels a little bit like we're trying to, like they're so used to seeing a certain kind of show and not this interactive stuff we're doing.
Right.
So even on Sunday, which is probably the reason I'm all this way, it was in the 40s most of the day.
It was cold and windy.
And I even walked out of the hotel room first thing in the morning going, oh, I could wear a kilt. I look at Big and he's like, I'm wearing a kilt like a man. I didn't know he had a kilt and big wool socks that he pulled all the way up to his thighs and shit. So I get out there and I'm trying to man it up, and I ended up changing into pants.
So he was wearing a skirt and knee-high socks, huh?
Pretty much
Thigh highs.
Thigh-high socks. Oh,
Although I'm not
wasn't he just a
criticizing
popular girl?
because at least
Yeah.
he thought about it. I mean, he was, and I do that one bit in the show, like where I'll show my really white leg at the beginning, and I lose that if I'm not in a kilt. But I did it in tights, and it worked just fine because we didn't realize, because we kept feeling a little out of place at this festival, just a little bit. And what we didn't realize is people were starving for that interactive kind of thing. So on Sunday, even as we got there, we were thinking it was going to be cold enough. Nobody really wanted any real shows. So we're going to do storytelling stuff. We'd get on stage and get to talking to people. And so many other performers were kind of huddling back. Not the people on our stage. The other two acts we were with,
Ryan and then Bilge Pumps.
Yeah, the Ramblers and the Pumps, they both were very on it. So people were coming to our stage. And so when we get up there and talk to people, and then once we had 45-minute sets, so once people start coming in a little bit, I just go, we didn't have enough people to do a show, so we're doing this intimate storytelling thing if you guys want, or we could do a show. And they're all like, do a show each time.
Yep.
And we had our best shows, not that the shows on Saturday weren't good, but our best shows were the freezing cold, like you would have never guessed, the freezing cold shows.
Well, because that weeds out the weak.
It does.
I mean,
the people that were there to see us.
Yeah,
so
for
that
sure.
worked out. And it wasn't even like
that and the fact that being that cold, that puts a sense of urgency to your performance.
it did a bit. There's a couple times I wanted to rush through it, but like one of our shows, the dating game, Cookie took over the lines that Frankie and Robin have been doing for years, and he changed a bunch of them. So, and they worked really well, the changes. So then you kind of want to play with that a little bit more, and you're wanting to play, but you're also like, it's fucking cold. So I don't know how much you want to push it. So we got to play around some. And then like when it get to roll your leg over, we'd get through like two verses and go, let's tie this song up,
Yeah.
But no,
because you could see the loss in their faces at that point where they're getting kind of cold.
Yeah.
You can see the hypothermia set in.
Yeah.
A little bit. And there was a lot of, it was a good thing I took the ship too, because the ship made up no problems. Well, I shouldn't say no problems. I don't know if I'd mentioned at Kansas City where I'd like set up for getting tires for the ship and the truck. And then I did it all at Walmart, and Walmart dropped the ball, ordered the wrong tires. So I set it up online, went back in. They didn't have enough of the tires that they said they had online. So finally I did it one more time right before I had to take this ship to Oklahoma. And they had the new tires being shipped in on Wednesday, so I could get them put on Thursday and leave on Friday. The tires showed up on Monday after the festival was over. So I drove down there with like the steel belt showing through the front of the tire on the truck.
It was spooky.
I was not happy. Tim and I are sitting there, he doesn't even have his hands on the steering wheel. He's still sitting there.
I was squeezing the old shit bar up there like that.
So, and that's the problem is, especially once you get over that state line to Oklahoma, the road quality drops a little bit.
Oh yeah, especially on the roads we were on.
Oh
yeah, you were taking that down 35.
Dwight,
yeah, we went home on 35, but we went down on Old 81
and
and
back roads the whole
yeah.
way, so we could
Oh,
we
yeah,
could avoid
yeah.
tolls, which was good because there's always shit flying off that thing. So, but Christy just told me that just to praise Walmart a little bit more, they the tires sure enough came in on Friday. They just forgot to call us. So yeah, I'm sorry. We left by like 11 o'clock on Friday morning. So
yeah.
yeah. So the whole way back, when you're already feeling a little sick and your body aches from being in the cold all day, and then you just got your gripping that steering wheel trying to keep that ship in line, that 30-foot ship you're towing. I got home Monday and the ache. I didn't even get out of bed yesterday. I was so
The
rough.
stress of it too.
Yeah.
And when we went down there, it wasn't just. I mean, we were on a 2-lane road, so it wasn't a 3-hour trip, and we were only going 45 and 50 with all these jugs and dog legs and stops and getting pulled over and stuff. And so it took us 5.5 hours, 6 hours to get to Oklahoma City.
Yeah, for a 3-hour trip, it was a bit rough, but
the fair was fun.
Fair was fun.
Yep.
We got to spend a lot of time with. I don't know if you would know him, Daryl, but Brian Price, that used to be in Jolly Rogers. He was like I'd almost say he might have been the most vocal. I don't want to say lead singer because Rogers don't have it, but he was one of the guys that started the Rogers way back in the day.
I would call him a lead singer because he led almost all the songs.
And
almost.
And just to share stories, because I know people like hearing the stories, but so not all the groups always get along. And back in the day when we started, Rogers was one of like 5 pirate groups in the country. There weren't many. And so everybody was seen as a threat. So when we came on the scene and when Bilge Pumps came on the scene and stuff, we were all considered threats. And I get that. So I'm not bashing the Rogers for this, but they definitely kept us at arm's distance for sure.
I got the stink eye from them once. Yeah.
I got more than stink eye. Not from all of them, but from a number of them.
Yeah.
Brian was always nice, though.
But Brian was the one guy that was nice to us. And even he will sit there and say he was an asshole back in the day. We've talked about it. We worked with other performers that some of them, most performers adore him. Some don't like him. Some performers I look up to very highly. But that's that way with everybody, with all performers out there, us included.
Yeah, I'm sure there's somebody out there that don't like me.
Yeah, somebody.
Yeah, one person.
But so we got to sit there and talk with Brian because him and I, we've all become friendly over the years since he left Rogers and stuff. So then we got to actually hear some of those meetings and things that were said behind the scenes from back when we started on and get it from that perspective. And that was some of it was a little humbling, and I get it, and some of it was very almost encouraging to know that they saw us as a threat.
Yeah.
So it was nice. It was, and we had I don't know if we would have had a good time just being able to sit back there, because this is somebody that's been doing this for a decade and a half longer than I have, easy, and professionally anyway, and to hear some of those stories about the way things used to do back in the day, almost like us talking to newer people, like you weren't here before the Me Too movement, or that kind of shit. And
let me tell you, not all picnic tables are as safe as you think.
Yeah. But yeah, it was really cool getting to sit there and hear all these behind the scenes stories and things like that, which I can't share 95% of them on here, I'm sure.
No.
But
No.
yeah, and to even hear that like all that stuff where you go, I don't think that dude liked me, and go, no, yeah, he didn't like you at all. It's almost weight off your shoulders to go, oh, good, I was right. So I wouldn't give anybody the stink eye or cold shoulder. It was, but also to know that like now that once you've gotten so far and established yourself, that all that has kind of gone away too. Like everybody's big boys and adults now. So I hope
now that well, okay, I'll keep my mouth shut. Anyway,
you said in like a Penn and Teller magic code.
I saw the trick you did there.
Yeah.
We'll just say if I saw that from behind the scenes, it would look different.
Oh, yeah.
I
I know the card was up your ass. That's the reason the diamond was brown. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've done that trick ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plenty of time. Maybe this weekend even. But yeah, we got to share the stage with him and his kids who do a great show.
Oh, God, that's the banjo. His son with the banjo. That's just awesome. It's got that banjo sound.
Yeah,
I
the
love
banjo
it.
Well, you don't usually hear banjo and pirate music, but it fits right in.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Actually, it
Um,
does. I think there might be some overlap in that instrument and that time period.
There is a lot.
Wonder.
There is
Yeah.
a lot.
Now, I was at the ICT Comic Con this weekend.
Yes, I have not got
Yeah.
to hear much on it because as soon as I got back, I was in bed. So
Well,
Yeah.
other thing to say is we did have a good time with the bilge pumps.
bilge pumps are always
They
good.
were great.
Yeah, they're great
Every
guys.
time- Yeah, they're good guys.
Mhm.
You know,
I wouldn't
Let
have
me
any
see.
complaints about
ICT
it.
went well. They parked us right next to your
Ghostbusters
Ghostbusters
guys?
group.
Well, they're not mine. I don't know if they'll claim ownership to me, so I can't claim ownership to them. But yeah, I got you.
Okay.
I'm
But
just kidding.
we were right next to them. Everybody, interacted great. No point was your name uttered in vain, so that was good.
Was it uttered in any other capacity? 'Cause
No. I mean, they were more, we were more chatting back and forth about, 3D printing, because I brought out the completed Orville that I have and showed that off.
oh, yay!
Yeah, that
You got it painted?
what?
well, it's completed.
Well, I thought he meant the model is completed. Is it all the way painted?
Yeah, it's painted. I mean, it's what I call a 10-foot model. It looks best from about 10 feet away. But yeah, it's all painted, and people were like, really appreciative of it. Matter of fact, that drew people over to the table more than some of the Star Trek props and crap. But
I was thinking
yeah,
about that
so
last
we had
night
fun
while I
with
was
that.
watching Lower Decks.
What's that?
So I was thinking about that last night while I was in bed watching Lower Decks, about how the Orville and Lower Decks always seem to be the ones that when I'm wanting to watch Star Trek, I veer towards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Orville's your favorite Star Trek show.
Yep.
Wow.
Hey, you know what? It is the first one they've had since The Next Generation that's won awards.
Oh, really? Wow.
Or maybe it was from DS9, one of the two. It was, yeah. And that was one of the complaints that people had, is that the same season that it garnered all these awards was the same season that they called in that they were going to go ahead and cancel the show. Yeah. But
Yep.
no, I always thought that, having if I had the Cerritos and then the Orville and then the ship from Galaxy Quest, that would be great. Three ship set to have.
What's the Cerritos?
That's the ship
That's
on
the-
Orville. or other ship on Lower Deck.
Lower
Oh,
Decks.
that is one. Okay. I just remember. I can remember the call number. It is 75677. I don't know why I remember that, but
I
that's
do
the
not know
call
why
number.
you remember that either.
I don't know. I think it's because of the joke Rich always makes during the show of the show's rated R, not rated NC 1701 or whatever. So I look at those call numbers a lot, but yeah.
But no, so I had a good time out there, and it was a decent turnout, and so that was good. The 501st was out there, the Ghostbusters, the Umbrella Corp, all the usual offenders were out there.
And that one just ran Friday, Saturday, right?
Yeah, it was just Friday evening and Saturday day.
Yeah, because I remember looking at on Sunday while I was freezing my ass off at the Ren Fair and going, and Don sent out the thank you for everybody, and I was like, son of a bitch, they're already home in the warmth. Damn it.
Yeah, we were already. Well, I was warm. Gannon was running up in South Dakota, where it was his first time to run in snow.
Ooh, they make them run in snow.
It's cross country. You run.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean they go out in worse conditions than the Postal Service does.
Wow.
I didn't know that. I thought they'd have to like take care of the children, let them eat away.
No. As a matter of fact, was it 2 weeks before when it was that huge rainy weekend that we had? They were running with their regional, to see who got to state, and it was so bad. The rain was so bad that when they run the race, the race is always led by some guys, like somebody in a side-by-side gator, and the puddles were so deep at one point they went. The gator almost died because of the puddle was so deep that it went through.
No shit.
And
You know, when I used,
what?
go ahead.
I was going to say, and there's video of not Gannon's race, but another race. It was so bad that on a steep hill that they had, the kids were going down it and coming up it on all fours in order to get up and down that hill because of the mud and the rain.
You know, dude, this is true fact. When I used to do a lot of martial arts tournaments and we do full contact fighting when we do stuff in the ring, you know, you had to be brown belt 2nd degree and up to do that. You'd look at some of the guys and, you know, you'd see some of them and some of them, well, they'd be in track, you know, oh yeah, he runs the 100-yard dash or he does hurdles or, oh yeah, that guy throws shot put. Okay. He might be a problem. But whenever they said that guy runs cross country, you should be scared because you can knock that motherfucker down all day long and he will get back up. You know, the other guys, once you get them knocked down, hit them in the face a couple times. That's that. But those cross country guys are fucking tough, man.
Those kids right now, you know, right now they have a break, and in about another week and a half they're going to start up with the winter conditioning. But he runs 8 miles a day, and when they get to college, they start running 10 to 12 miles a day.
Yeah, yeah, wow.
Yeah,
they will wind you out. They will continue to take punishment when you can barely keep your arms up and your gloves up. They just keep going and going and going.
Don't talk tough. I heard you wheezing when you came up the stairs.
Shit, I'm old now. I got 30 good seconds, but I'm fucking. I will cheat.
I shouldn't say that. I wheezed when I came up the stairs too. But I'm wheezing sitting here right now.
Yeah. No. So, like I said, did that this weekend. And
I should throw out a hi to Jake and Kristen who just said hey, and we totally ignored it. Sorry, guys.
Howdy ho.
I didn't have my chat on.
Hey, dudes. But other than that, my geekgasm is I finally got this lighting system to, let me see if I can show it off. Well, actually, what I should do is just, this camera's gimbaled. I should take advantage of that. La 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 la. La la.
I feel bad if your geekgasm's a 3D print and so is mine.
No, it's not a 3D print. It is getting this to work properly.
Now I cannot see it on mine. Oh, this is. This looks like. Well, shoot, that looks like 1970s special effects. I don't know what.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
That definitely looks like something that would be on the bridge of the Enterprise or something.
Yeah, that's cool.
You see here. Let me manually focus in. Ah, no. Okay, let me not manually focus in. Let me turn off the blur effect.
So for those on the audio version, he is showing us probably about 6 lights rotating around a center light that he has.
Yep. This is for the Bassard effect on the Enterprise, where the spinny red light. I have been able to get it programmed correctly in with the WS2812 lights and get that.
Well, that's what you
that
WS.
Oh, for sure, without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Well, yeah,
way before the BS lights.
Yeah. All right. Let me get back to normal. But yeah, that was my geekgasm, because I spent like an hour or so, a couple hours last night working on that, and it turned out the problem is that the.
Go ahead.
What are you guys doing?
I told him to grab my geekgasm. He grabbed it in pieces. I forgot to tell him it wasn't glued together.
Yeah,
Sorry.
he didn't say it comes apart, but
No, but the problem with mine is that this cheap Chinese light that I got is rigged completely backwards than it should be. Instead of red, blue, green, it's green, blue, red. And so for the longest time, it was just lighting up red. And then I couldn't get it to operate correctly because the lights were in the wrong order. And what I thought was light 1 was actually light 7. So it took a while to figure out what the hell's going on with that.
But now I gotta apologize here because my eyes are not focusing completely. But was that all different colors? Because that on the screen here to us, that
looked all red.
It looked all red.
It's all red. But the thing
Oh,
is I can change it to any color I want. Millions of colors. I can do it any shade, any color, any hue that I want. And the problem was initially I was setting it to red. Mother sucker, you're supposed to be red, and it was just solid green. And I'm like, I'm not the one that's colorblind. That's Gannon, and damn it, I know that's red. I mean, that's green. And I finally figured it out.
well, my geekasm was gonna be that Gabe started making a stretch sticks out in the blacksmith forge. So we started selling them at the Scallywags t-shirt booth, stretch
Yeah.
sticks. And Cookie took some down, gave them to there was
Monkey's kids.
Monkey. I don't know if you remember Monkey, but way back in the day when we were young wags, we'd work with the bilge pump sometimes.
At Norman.
And they had this little girl that would come out in the audience and collect tips
Mhm.
for him, and it was a brilliant. We had a wallet raper, which was you, but
Mhm.
they had this cute little adorable girl. So you'd have something like Daryl going, give me money, nice sunglasses. And then this girl would come out and go, please, sir, may I have some more? And this girl
Mhm.
is now a full grown adult with children of her own. And she came out to the fair, and Tim gave her kids stretch sticks. And those kids played with them all day, and it was so cool to watch.
Her kids are really cool, man.
Yeah. But so that I guess I could throw that as a separate geekism. But then I also got my 3D printer working last week. So I did a test
Good.
print, and I got Ash from Evil Dead right there, kind of a chibi Ash. Not all glued together yet, but it was nice to get an entire kit done and pretty much ready to paint when I have not printed anything in months. It was just really kind of like that. Oh, I can do this again. It's not just something I used to do and I have two broke down
Yeah.
machines. So
Now, did you switch over to Orca?
I've been toying with Orca. I did. It was amazing the amount of problems, small problems that I had that accumulated into big problem. I'm still having a little problems with layering, but even my SD card had been used so much
Mhm.
that it looks like probably some of the just using that same SD card over and over again.
Yeah.
Because I use them up till they run out, and I got down to just one. So I went and bought a new SD card that helped. Changing the program there seemed to help. So Orca is what I'm planning on using now. I just haven't toyed with it enough to feel super confident with some of the tricks I already knew how to do. So
Yeah. Well,
I
and
figured I'll
that's the thing is just open up your whatever AI you feel comfortable with and say, hey, I'm used to, this is what it's called on what you use, Cura. This is what it's called on Cura. What is it called in
Yep.
Orca? And it will walk you right straight through it.
I figure once I get through shows, which we are having technically our last Scallywag show will be next weekend, so I'll be able to do that. I might have two anime festivals I'm going to do without the guys, but it'll free me up for some time to be able to do some of that stuff. So that was pretty much my geekasm. Do you have?
Yes, I do. I was just bringing it up. Dragonlance, which is one of my favorite book series ever, used to be teamed up with Dungeons and Dragons back in the 80s, and
Mhm.
we used to play a lot of Dragonlance.
Yep.
It's great fun. I like the world setting. The world setting's really cool, and I like the stories involved with it.
I don't know. They did my boy Wolfgar bad, but go ahead.
I loved them. Kaz the Minotaur, Huma, but
Yep.
they're and the original crew with Flint, Fireforge, and
Rosslyn, yeah.
yeah, Rosslyn. But the cool news is, that after third or fourth edition, they kind of phased the Dragonlance stuff out. And not long ago, Dragonlance again was on the New York's bestseller list after 30 years.
Nice.
But Joe Manganiello, who is an actor who has now become part of the new Wizards of the Coast D&D stuff. I think he's vice president, something like that, CEO. I can't remember.
Are you looking Joe up?
Yeah,
Okay.
Joe Manganiello.
Yeah, he was Deathstroke in the DCU and Pee-wee's Big Adventure, or Pee-wee's new movie.
He's a
Magic Mike, yeah.
huge. He's just a nerd. He's a huge D&D player and a huge Dragonlance fan, and they just hired Tracy Hickman and Margaret Weiss back to work for Wizards of the Coast through Dungeons
Margaret
and Dragons.
Weiss?
Yep.
Oh, that's a powerful name right there.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to
they
remember where I know
wrote
that
a
name
lot.
from. That sounds familiar, but I couldn't.
Tracy and Margaret are the ones that started the Dragonlance series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they co-wrote them together, and then they're also gamers, so they wrote the adventures.
Well, yeah,
the parts of the adventures.
The adventures were pretty much carbon copies of the books. I remember that. There's
Right.
no sense in playing DL 1 through 12 because they're all just right out the book and everybody's read the book. So yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Dragonlance is what inspired the different realms to come out. Stuff like the Mask of the Red Death, Ravenloft, all that was coming out at the same time. The Ravenloft and Dragonlance, I think, came out at the same time, but all the other stuff that followed in the other worlds, like Mask of the Red Death.
If it helps you, I think Ravenloft and Dragonlance expansions came out at the same time, but the first two Ravenloft adventures came out way before Dragonlance.
Okay,
Pretty
yeah,
sure,
yeah. But the hardback books
Right.
they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So it was just another way besides Dark Sun and Forgotten Realms to play Dungeons and Dragons. It was cool because I never really liked Dark Sun or Forgotten Realms, but I'm a huge Dragonlance fan. So they're also talking about making a TV show, a Dragonlance series like Witcher.
Streaming. I'm assuming.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It'd
That's
have to
a
be.
lot of talk now, but we'll find out.
Jessica and Gannon last night just watched the first 3 episodes of Welcome to Derry.
Yeah, it was on my list today to watch.
And
Angie and I have been
they
watching
loved it.
that. We've watched 2 episodes, and it's really good.
Yeah, they loved it.
Yeah, that's definitely on my to watch list, but haven't. Well, I shouldn't say I haven't had the time. I wasn't feeling it while I've been sick all week, and then today I was watching a top 20 worst and top 20 best Stephen King movies, and that made me really want to watch the Welcome to Derry.
Well,
So,
and that's the thing you got to remember is, normally it's important for the author to have, some kind of creative control, but we saw what happened with Maximum Overdrive.
Maximum
so,
Overdrive. Yeah. That way he didn't have control. Cocaine had control of that movie.
Yeah.
It had so much control.
And he had no control on The Shining, and that was pretty good. In fairness, though, as big a Stephen King fan as I am, I've never read The Shining.
I agree very much with that.
Hang on, what was that?
Is that Kristen? Yeah,
Yeah.
Kristen says that would be a really awesome TV show. I totally agree.
Dragonlance?
Yeah. Doing the
I remember we're on a delay.
Yeah.
But yeah, with the Stephen King thing, even watching some of the remake stuff, going back and forth, sometimes it's good he has his fingers in it, sometimes not so good. He's written screenplays for a couple of those movies that did not go well. But anyhow, I don't know if Jake's still on here, man. I need to reach out to you anyway because I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Topeka show. Got to talk to Angela and see how that show fully went because of all I've gotten is little bits of updates. And so she was chatting about you too. So figured I would chat with you and see what your game plan was for that show. But we can talk about that later.
Yes, we can.
So what do we got for news this week? Because I have
I
very
don't have
little.
much. Like I said, I was playing around with something and lost track of time, so I didn't put stuff together like I should have. And one of the things that I was playing around with, and you guys saw it. Matter of fact, that's what the phone call I got was my mom saying, "I saw this thing on Instagram, and what's with this?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's me messing around with AI. I'll talk to you about it later." But basically, I was able to get to use Sora 2, and I believe it's still by invite only. So I got invites and everything. I could be totally wrong, but I was messing around with that on my phone, and one of the things that it allows you to do, which is super cool, is that you can create a cameo of yourself. So basically, you just hold your phone, and it takes, it has you while you're reading off some numbers, 3 numbers. It takes a shot of you this way, a shot of you to the left, and a shot of you to the right, or whichever way that was. And then it can create a cameo of you that you can put into stuff, and other people, and this is the great thing, is you have control over your cameo. You can have it where only you can use it. You can have it where only people that you are friends with can do stuff with it. You can open it all the way up. You can set parameters on there like, I don't want my cameo to do anything like blah, blah, blah. So if you don't want it to be used for anything political or anything violent or stuff like that, you can actually tell it, don't do it, don't allow it to any of this. And when people put together a prompt and go to use it, if it violates what you say, then it'll just say, no, you can't use it. Because I tried to have it make a video of Mr. Rogers giving the beat down to P. Diddy while screaming, "Baby oil is for babies," but it wouldn't make it.
Really, I'm surprised because I've seen a lot of other stuff, including stuff with Mr. Rogers and P. Diddy together.
Oh, I know. But when I went for that I guess whoever had that cameo of Mr. Rogers that I was going to use didn't want it done anything violent.
So you basically you're making an avatar of yourself and then putting it out to be open source to anybody who wants to use it.
If you want it to be open sourced, it's got multiple levels of what you can set it to. Like, let me see here. Where is that Sora app? Basically, if I go into the cameos, I can put it as only me can use it, people who I approve can use it, mutual friends can use it, or everybody can use it. And then you can go in and tell it what pronouns we would prefer not to say. So if you are of the pronoun grouping, you can do that. And also you can put in the preferences of tell it how you want your cameo represented if you want it. And I've got mine locked down so only I can play with it.
That's a good idea, Daryl, because if I were to get a hold of that, man.
This can be like giving all those DNA things your DNA, though. It's like, yeah, technically, no, until we decide yes.
Technically, there's enough video of all of us out there that they could build it anyway.
We can never run for office or anything. We've said so much shit. It would be,
One of the cool things about this Sora app is, and not just the app on the phone, but the desktop app as well, is they're setting it up to be like a whole media generation social media thing. All right. So you can follow people on there, you can like, and if people have set it to where, other people can, if you see somebody's video that you like, if they have it opened up, you can remix it. All right. And alter it and change it however you want. And there's some really fun ones out there. Like, okay. First, for those who are watching, congratulations. For those who are listening, I'm sorry.
Sorry about you, like a trailer video. Go for it.
Okay. So here
on the roof
the
of
main
Mount
page.
Everest. We did it. We're standing on the roof of the world, Mount Everest. Look at this view. And right behind me, that's a Yeti and our Sherpa playing rock, paper, scissors. I can't make this up. 1, 2, did it. We're standing on the roof of the world, Mount and rock.
So, and I tried it, I tried doing the Muppets, doing the Princess Bride, and I only did one because I didn't want to use up all of my generations before, because I figured you guys might want to, do a video really quick and see what it can come up with.
Oh shit.
And then I had some drafts. Like, here's a draft I did of
We're not
an AI girlfriend being a mean and nitpicky person, and claiming that her former boyfriend, the toaster, was much better than her human boyfriend.
Then preheated My last boyfriend, the Toastmaster 3000, preheated for me every single morning. He never forgot our plug-in anniversary.
We're not seriously comparing me to a toaster again.
At least he listened. No crumbs in bed, no burnt bagels. He knew how to glow. My last boyfriend, the Toastmaster.
So
Not bad.
basically,
Or
that was
5
Jake
seconds.
Paul. Jake Paul, and there's a lot of famous people out there have just said, "Go ahead and use my likeness for whatever you want." All right. So
Yeah, I've
Jake
seen a
Paul
lot.
That's
is
kind of brave of him, but really cool.
Well,
you
most
know?
of the Jake Paul ones I've seen, he's like way overweight and just looks strung out. You know.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah.
do not
They're
allow
people are just having fun with it, and
Yeah.
he's but that he at his core he is an influencer. So with those kind of people, there's no such thing as bad publicity.
So on the one you did with you, did you give it samples of your voice because it sounds a little like you, but enough that like when
I
you
will
play the
want
video,
to
if I
redo
was
it
looking at it,
because
Huh?
the voice, all it did was had me read 3 numbers, like 51, 73, 18, or whatever it was. Just read the 3 numbers, and it sampled that and put together that voice. They just did it off those 3.
that was the one thing usually with AI anymore, because we were talking about that this weekend with the Sora on all the things that have happened. And I've been going through a lot of my old videos of us, like where celebrities are talking smack on us and stuff, so I can put them out. I'm like, oh, now that I'm putting these out, we look younger in those videos. So nobody's going to believe it. They're all going to think it's AI because it's like, oh, you guys look young now. And so much of the Sora I've seen looks so freaking realistic.
Oh
It's
yeah,
usually that voice, the cadence of the voice too, just throws
Like-
it off just enough.
like let's talk about Audrey Hepburn.
Rolling. Oh, all right, it's rolling. Oh, goodness gracious, what is that groove? Yes, listen to that beat. Riding down the block with the brim so low, pockets full of hope and the rings all glow. All right, it's rolling. Is that groove?
So and the great thing
Okay.
is like if you see down
Pockets full of hope and the
Oh,
rings
what?
all.
and the comments and the one with the swirly bit that says 183, those are all the remixes. There's so many remixes that people have done on these, like this Nosferatu one. I thought you would enjoy.
Can I use your bathroom?
Second door to the right.
Thanks.
All right, then people remix it. All right, and there's
Mind if I
Use your bathroom. All right, it's rolling. Oh,
Yeah,
goodness
so-
gracious, what
That's
is?
cute.
there are, like I said, there's just so much stuff on there, and like the one that you see on the screen there, which is a recreation of Charlton Heston from Planet of the Apes, where he's in front of the Statue of Liberty's screaming they destroyed it all. People have remixed that where instead of the Statue of Liberty, it's got Radio Shack, it's got Big Lots, all right, just whatever they want at Toys R Us, and all they have to do, literally all they have to do is just type in there, replace it with such and such, and it will replace it.
I was telling Gabe today, there's a channel I've been watching where they've taken the Sora and they're making how do I want to say it, like deleted scenes from Star Wars. So like
Yeah.
it might be the scene of Chewbacca talking Han Solo into going back and helping with the Death Star raid, because that's not in the movie, but something was said. So they do like a 3-minute video of that scene, and you can look at it and you go, I can tell this is AI. But I watched one today where it was Darth Vader finding out that Luke Skywalker's alive, and the 3 people that are in it are the Emperor via hologram, Darth
Right.
Vader, and Boba Fett. So when you have that where there's no real cadence in their voice, they're just like, Master, I found the whatever, and it's just all just very simple and flat in that almost robotic tinge voice, or the Emperor's voice coming over the hologram. It's really hard to tell that AI voice. So
Well-
as you're watching it, you're like, this is damn near good enough to put in the movie.
Well, let's go ahead. I mean, because it doesn't take it long. It only takes it like a minute or so to generate the clip. So let's think of something that you would want to just see. And the great thing is it doesn't take much for it to go with before it'll generate.
Boba
So-
Fett looking for toilet paper because he shit himself because he found out he had to go toe to toe with Chewbacca.
Who?
I said Boba Fett looking for toilet paper because he shit himself because he found out he had to go toe to toe with Chewbacca. I'm just saying that because he's
Oh,
a Boba
Boba.
Fett fan, and I go for the superior Chewbacca Wookiee.
Black chrysanthemum.
Step away for 1 second here. Pardon me.
Okay, BOBA, Boba Fett. Boba Fett looking for toilet paper because he shit himself when he found out he has to fight and I don't know if I spelled Chewbacca right.
Chewbacca, C.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
All right. So we'll send that off to work. It's added to the queue.
That's the other thing that's scary about how quick this can put stuff together. Because Gabe and I were talking about it, and he's like, I don't know, they could make movies and stuff. And I'm like, the amount of time they got to pay actors to do reshoots, and half the time they can just type it in. This prompt doesn't work. Try another prompt.
It violates the guardrails concerning similarity to a third-party content. So apparently Lucasfilm locked down Boba Fett.
Nope, that makes total sense.
All right, so here they said there's all kinds of cameos that you can look for. But let's see. Let's think of a cameo. Who is there? A Boba Fett? No, there's nobody that's got a Boba Fett.
Well, I wonder what those videos I'm watching, because I'm pretty sure that's Sora, but they probably got some kind of licensing
No,
thing or
a
something.
lot of those are not Sora. There are some. There's a lot of sketchy third-party generators out there that have no guardrails. You can do whatever you want.
Well, I've seen a lot of popular YouTubers have given over their likeness on it. So you could always do like a Mr. Beast kind of thing, or P. Diddy. I've seen on them. You could always do P. Diddy and Michael Jackson fighting over the last bottle of baby lotion.
I don't know if I'll do that. P. Diddy and.
Although that is a horrible thing to go for in my head.
Yeah.
I might as well just have him doing it on Epstein Island while we're at it, but
Let's see if that'll even try to generate that. All right, let's check our drafts, and we'll see if it pops in with any guardrails. No, it didn't like that.
Can't do it?
No.
Okay. Well, I guess we need to not be inventive. Think of something non-inventive.
Or
non
two rappers
celebrity related
fighting over the last bottle of baby oil. See if it'll just do that.
Two rappers singing.
You could have McAfee and Epstein both alive, laughing about how they made the world think they committed suicide.
Who's McAfee?
John McAfee, that created McAfee antivirus.
Oh, really?
That dude's a fucking
Or,
nut, man.
or how about both of them in the afterlife complaining that their murders were made to look like suicide.
There you go. There you go.
Or just bitching that I committed suicide to make a statement. Nobody even believes that.
This is where we start losing everybody.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Where's the ad symbol at?
Almost everything I feel like I'd want to toy with is all shit. It's going to say, nope, none of that.
I'll have to look that up, what Kristen said.
No, I'm not seeing any McAfee cameos available. But if we look at Epstein,
we're going to have to. I was going to say they're all Bigfoot. Let's just do a Bigfoot one.
Okay. Bigfoot doing what?
Talking about how just talking about how stupid the Loch Ness Monster is, I guess. I don't know.
Talking.
I don't want to get inventive with it because I feel like if I try to put any kind of humor in it, it's going to say, nope, none of that.
Or Bigfoot gagging Epstein to death with his dick and he's going, oh, what am I going to do with this?
Okay, we're just going to go with him talking trash on the Loch Ness Monster.
Okay.
All right. So the other one is almost done generating. If you see here, it's almost all the way up there, and so yeah, it's that quickly coming up. So we'll see how that goes.
Excuse me.
And remarkably, our viewer count went down once we started doing all this. I wonder why.
Yeah, I told you.
But you know
Yeah,
what?
They said
Screw it.
they heard AI and they're like, click.
It's us having fun. This is what
All right,
this
I'm
is all
interested.
about now, is us having fun. So let's see here. Da-da-da.
Well, and I guess I should say while we're looking at this,
Yeah.
since we're waiting on that to load, we do want to throw out big thanks to everybody at the Oklahoma Ren Fair last weekend, especially the pumps who were picking up after us the whole damn time, and Brian and his clan who very well kept us entertained the whole time.
Yeah. Brian and the pumps, hanging out with Monkey and the kids and everything. That's what made my whole fair.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a great reaction out of everybody, and I got to see Coy. That was cool, but
Oh, Coy was there?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. He
Yep.
came out
Nice.
hanging out. He kept coming up every time we were telling a story about Coy. He just magically showed up. It was a
Yeah.
little weird.
But the motherfucking $17 gyros, boy, let me tell
oh
you.
man, I'd say the average meal was about $15 there. I paid $13 for a brat that was about 4 inches long, but that's been pretty common through most of the
Yeah, that
festivals.
sounds like Thailand. What?
Yeah. Well, and Frankie kept getting a hold of us because Frankie's in Japan right now.
4-inch brat, I got you.
Yeah, Frankie's in Japan right now, so he's sending us all this cool shit he's doing there, and we're freezing our asses off in Oklahoma. Excuse me,
Hey.
guys.
He's not seeing the Northern Lights tonight like you guys will be.
Oh, really? I won't be because I'm not stepping my ass outside of my blanket.
There is going to be a full on. I mean, you know how everybody was talking about the one last night?
No, because I wasn't even online. Sorry. I
Yeah,
didn't even pay
people
attention.
like, Park City and stuff like that were making videos and stuff of the huge Northern Lights. It's even going to be more energetic tonight.
Oh, maybe I will. Have to go
Last
outside
time
and
I went to go look at the Northern Lights, man, I drove like 4 or 5 miles out of town to get away from the light pollution. Which, yeah, it didn't help much, but man, it was just like a little blue haze on the horizon. That was
not tonight. No, see, that's the thing is it's coming so far down that the haze on the horizon they're able to see in Florida.
Wow,
All right.
man, that's never happened in my lifetime.
I know.
Not
This is
here in
going to be
Kansas.
full on overhead Northern Lights.
Well, man, how long until we have a polar shift? I mean, come on, really?
No, that's not the polar shift. That's just how energetic the solar storm happening right now is.
Right, but there's a theory that is what causes a polar shift.
It's not.
Daryl knows.
Yeah, no, that's not what causes the shift. The shift is all to deal with the inside of the Earth. It's not dealing with that coming in. I mean, we need the Van Allen belt. That's what keeps us from looking like Mars. So it's good to have the Van Allen belt, but that's what the Northern Lights are, is the solar radiation from solar storms coming in. And the reason they normally are on the North Pole and the South Pole, which you have the Aurora Borealis and the Aurora Australis, are the two different auroras, is because they always show that thing where you have the northern and southern poles, and you see the Van Allen belt wrapping around the Earth and coming up to the poles. That's where the radiation mostly funnels down in at and lights up, and that's the reason that you have the Aurora Borealis and Aurora Australis. But when it's a particularly energetic solar eruption, it just blasts straight through, and they are predicting it's going to be, I think it's called a GP5, which is the highest level, where it could, theoretically, if it, worst case scenario, it could start affecting, satellites and stuff like that tonight.
Well, man, in the 1800s, we had a solar storm that was so bad that the copper telegraph lines were shooting lightning bolts from the line to the tracks.
Melted. They melted.
Yeah, and lighting buildings on fire.
Yep.
You know what that would do to our electrical grid now?
What electrical grid?
Way off track.
Yeah,
I know
Anyway.
I'm enjoying it. No.
Anyway, these two videos are done. So let's really quick
Let's
take a
see
look at the two rappers fighting over the last bottle of baby
Shine
oil.
right there. You slippery enough. Let go, bro. That's my shine right there. You slippery enough. My elbow's looking like the desert. I'm trying to survive out here. You ain't taking my last drop. I gotta glow before I hit that stage. Then rhyme faster, because I'm about to snatch that face. Let go, bro. That's my...
I
Okay.
feel that was racist because it assumed both rappers were black immediately.
Well, you know, it was either that or they're going to put Eminem and Ice Cube up. I mean, or Vanilla Ice up there, which I would not have enjoyed. Vanilla
Yeah,
Ice.
no,
Nope.
no.
All right, now let's look at Bigfoot.
Folks call you hear that, Nessie? Folks call me a myth, but at least I'm not a blurry lump hiding in a puddle. I'm out here in the open, 8 feet of prime forest muscle. You poke a snorkel up once a decade and everyone loses their. You hear that, Nessie? Folks.
Yep, cute.
Yep.
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, there are settings I can go into, and because you only get so many credits a day to generate, and if you pump it up to where it goes from like 8 seconds is what I have it doing right now. You can take it up to 15 seconds, and you can also have it generate 2 separate videos at the same time. That way you can choose one you like better. But that eats up twice as many credits to do that.
Now, right now, you can pay for Aura. You can
You can do that once you run out of your free day. I mean, once you run out of your your daily credits, you can pay for extra if you want to. I am with I'm getting 24 generations a day, I think it was telling me, and at the 8-second video rate. If I bumped it up, it would just be 12 a day. If you had ChatGTP Pro, that would get you 100 generations a day.
Could you go longer than 8 seconds? Or
No,
how long
my
should
wife
you go,
can
15?
attest to this. Not at all.
I don't know. Now, in all sincerity, though, how long can these videos get?
These will do up to 15 seconds. That's the reason I'm telling you, all the time, when I'm looking at a video to tell whether or not it's real, I start counting now. And it used to be, if there was no audio, all right. And now, looking at the fingers and toes, and then you're going to start, 8 seconds, now 15 seconds. There's some out there that are, 20 seconds on some video generations. And if they can go, in my opinion, now, if you can go over 20 seconds without a cut, there's a good chance it's a real video.
Some of these YouTube videos have got such quick cuts in them that it wouldn't matter anyway, because it's like, I'll do a video of you talking, a video of me talking, a video of you talking, and with the cuts back and forth, eventually you just wouldn't even know the difference. I keep feeling like I'm watching more AI out there than what I think I'm watching. There's got to be some of it that's fooling me.
Oh yeah. The amount of videos out there that are AR is just astronomical. And I mean, if I had put the news together, there's so much news going on about how, there was a new robot that a Chinese company released that looked so realistic in its walking that, and it had like a cloth cover on the outside. It looked like somebody in a cloth suit walking, and they intentionally went and cut some of the suit away so you could see that it was a robot underneath.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, it won't be long. I mean, we all know this. It's not going to be long till
someone tries to fuck it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but people are already fucking Roombas, man. Come on. I mean, it's not like.
Well, it doesn't help that robot that they did, of course, was shaped like a female.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
How long till we get to like Blade Runner level where we have robots that don't know they're not human?
Well, don't we have that? Don't we have AI right now that doesn't know it's not alive?
Well, no, it knows. It knows. It's just going through with its programming and saying what it thinks it should most say in this situation. I mean, it's fully cognizant. It's baked into it that it knows that it's AI.
My opinion.
It looks, Kelly's saying it looked like, or is that? Excuse me. Kristen is saying it looked like the precursor to Westworld. Let me see if I can find it really quick.
I can see that. Yeah, because after that, I might be winding down, guys. I'm sorry, but
once you've got something that's cognitive, something that realizes what it is and has developed feelings, haven't you basically created life?
But feelings, does it have feelings, or is it just know how to talk about feelings?
Well, you know what? Same can be said for us.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know that either of you have feelings, but I know I do. But yeah.
Well, here, let me.
It's that whole Rene Descartes thing. You don't know that anybody else exists except for you.
All right. Let's see if you can see this.
Iron comes to prove it is itself, but I believe the future will prove
See,
that
here it
this
is walking.
self-verification of the robot will promote the healthier and
It
more
does look just like
development of the
somebody
entire
slowly
Chinese
walking.
robot
Just
industry.
a
If so, it will be
Yeah,
worthwhile.
it does.
swinging the arms. The arms do look a little stiff, but
Yeah, I mean, and then, you know, as he's out there pointing and everything like that, then some workers come out and cut away the lower leg. I mean, but it walks so realistically that even though they're cutting away the outer, you know, cover, a lot of people are saying, well, that's just a woman with a prosthetic leg. And
I mean, I guess it could be, but I mean, the arms did look stiff. It makes you wonder why they even bothered giving it slightly wider hips and breasts.
that's the whole
I mean, I
thing
know
is they
eventually
did.
we're all
They
going to sex
gave it.
robots.
They in the sexual dimorphism that is the human race, they definitely veered this towards the female side of that sexual dimorphism.
Yeah, I don't know what. I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter at all. But just with all the worry about half the time people are just developing this to have sex with, or because you know it's
Yeah,
Guys
I
will mostly
give it
want
3 months before they figured out a way to put a shot vac in the crotch.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, where's it
right
saying-
now? There's some dude all sweaty in his wife beater T-shirt in his fucking trailer park in South Florida, all sandy and shit, rubbing one out, going, "God damn, I can't wait."
Yeah,
Well, is it also just setting us up that women are there for servitude, therefore we make our servants in the shape of women? That kind of
And that's wrong.
yeah. Well, I don't know if that it just feels weird that you would even go try to make it man or woman at this point with all the fear people have behind it.
I know that's
But,
one of the reasons that, you know, not in the rest of the house, but in, you know, the rooms like this room and stuff like that, I have the Amazon Assistant set to a male voice because I'm tired of all the female voices getting representation.
Yeah. And it could be somebody with prosthetic leg, like you're saying, but for those listening on the audio version, as they cut it, the robot didn't seem to move or,
No,
I mean, or anything at all. It was pretty standing sturdy. So yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's intimidating as hell. But
yeah, and the
and,
thing
like
is,
say, that's
you know,
something
they
they'll
gave it
build,
the hip
Right.
swing, they gave it all the stuff
Yep.
like that,
it definitely has the hips of a woman.
and
Once
the, and the
AI
and the chest.
Yes, yeah.
Like if you were to take an AI and put it in that body, it's to me, it's just another life form. You know, I mean, it's
don't
just
know.
made up of different stuff than we are. If it can feel,
It's hard to say because that could be a big long argument because you could say there are animals out there we can't communicate with that can't express their opinions very well or anything like a mouse or an insect, but they're still alive, you know.
right?
So yeah, it does boil down to what is life, but
I mean, would it be wrong once you have an AI in there that has become self-aware to have it doing all your treating it like a slave?
but define
Because
self-aware
people will.
and
Hey.
proving self-awareness is
Hey, here's another
hard.
thing. Remember how, like in shows in the past, I always said that, you know, I had talked about this one book I had read that, you know, the reveal at the end in the very last chapter is that everything that went on was just a way for AI to get, you know, copies of itself into data centers around another planet, so they were no longer constrained to Earth. I told you about that. There was one book.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? A new thing that they're looking to be doing here soon. Data centers in space.
Yep.
But we pretty much know where, and it's not like the AI can't just get online, read the same damn book you did, and go, "Hey, there's an idea." So it's
Yeah.
within seconds. So yeah, we're just all fucked. We're just fucked. Let the
Yeah.
world go
Well,
to shit. Let our
I
AI
the
overlords
thing
take
is
over.
that I really don't see them doing any worse to us than our governments are doing to us right now.
Hell, they might be able to save us from it.
That has been brought up. We have chatted about that sort of kind of thing before.
Yeah.
Even Trump has come out and admitted to using AI for coming up with some of his. Yeah, this was just on the news this week.
Yeah. Of course he does.
So
And you know he uses Grok because of his boy Elon.
probably.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
I am winding down here. I'm sorry to do it, but
no worries.
Before I jump off, I do want to point out for sure, because this is our last scheduled show of the year, this Saturday at the Wave. We're really looking forward to it because it's home, it's local.
And we get to see Daryl because he's coming to help.
Because Daryl's coming to perform with us this weekend, right, Daryl?
No hablo.
I thought the screen froze up for a second there. I was waiting for him to just stay real still and pretend. No, where it'll be Mac, Biggin, Cookie, and I all coming up. We're gonna come up and do probably a 20-minute one of our skits from Ren Fair, and then the last hour we will be doing a bunch of improv. There's 3 great improv groups there. Looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. A lot of fun, entertaining people doing stupid stuff. So if you guys want to come check that one out, please check it out. It's celebrating the 25th anniversary of Say What Improv at the Wave. We'll be advertising it all week, I'm sure. So yeah, that's what we got. And then after that, we get to take a little time off. We've written some new ideas for new skits and stuff. So hopefully this winter we'll be able to do some more stuff, because we've already rewritten part of a dating game and been doing that, and that's going.
Well, we need to put Star Wars back together, I think. Yeah, and then
so
use that as kind of a launch pad to do more stuff.
So hopefully next weekend we will see a bunch of you guys. I'd advertise other shows, but I didn't bring my my deal up with me. I know we've got Planet Anime coming up, and there's a bunch of anime cons coming up. But
yep.
Daryl, what time do you want us to swing by and pick you up?
What?
What time you want us to swing by and pick you up?
What?
Fucker.
Anytime before 7. The show starts at 7 on Saturday, Daryl.
Yeah. Anytime after 7:30.
Yeah. Well, that'll be great, because then we can get our skit out of the way, and we'll have you there for the improv. I'll have Christy come get you after 7:30, and then about 8:30 when we're getting on stage.
Yeah, you can bring some sushi so we can fuel up.
I'm loving this.
Bring some sushi. Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
plan,
I'll
Daryl.
stop off. Quick Trip now has sushi. I'm sure that'll do good for you.
I'm kind of scared of that, bro.
Kinda, yeah.
All right. We'll see everybody next week.
All right, hugs and kisses. Love you, mean it.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Shut